see dope people. Hey everybody, welcome back to Dope People Podcast. I am your host, Hayden Green, Brooklyn's favorite polymath. There are no disputes. I'm still holding on to the title until somebody challenges me. And you may be wondering what this whole dope term is. It's a throwback term. It means something that's interesting, that's great, something that you want to know more information about. And I know a bunch of dope people, and I want to make sure that you know a bunch of dope people. And so today's guest is one of the dopest people that I know, and one of my favorite people on the planet. She is an extraordinary person, and I am so happy that she found the time to meet with her. Put your hands together for the one and only Victoria Fleary. What's up?
Hey, Number, how are you?
How's it going, Number?
It's going amazing, and I appreciate the pink. Very nice.
Well,
Very nice choice.
I try to accommodate my guests as much as I possibly can.
You did it beautifully. Thank you for having me on.
No, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I've been waiting to get you on for a minute now. So we calibrate our guests in the same way. We want to know how they understand the term dope. And I do that by asking them, who is the dopest person that you know? Now, it could be somebody that you've met one time, or it could be somebody that you have a working relationship with, or somebody that you know really well. I know you know a bunch of dope people, so I'm really interested to hear who you say.
I do. Yeah, this one's a tough one. I want to say, I'm going to start off by saying Black women, period.
Okay.
For all the reasons that everyone has ever stated.
Yeah.
In this moment, in the past, and most certainly in the future, Black women, dopest people ever. If I had to pick a few Black women to highlight, I'm extremely stars in my eyes about the team at I1 Digital, the team of female storytellers there, the griots that are really working there, Kirsten West-Savali, who, if anyone is preserving the culture and the history, through the written word, it is her. Tanya Hoffler-Moore, an amazing director, producer, videographer. She's worked with the likes of Dave Chappelle. She's worked for Viacom. Just amazing storyteller there. And we just so happen to be so lucky to report into Allison McGevna, who is our SVP of content over there. It's like, when we get together, that skit that they did on the Black Lady sketch show, the one with the courtroom. It's like Black Lady storytellers. Yeah.
I love that skit.
So yes, I think those are the dopest people I know right now, for sure.
And in true fashion, I asked you for one dope person, and you gave me Voltron.
We come together like it.
I love it. And I think that there is something important about storytellers in this day and age, where history is under attack. There's revisionist history where the narrative is under attack. So anytime you have people who are brave about their storytelling and honest and true to the facts and true to what is happening in this world right now, it is greatly appreciated. And like they say, listen to Black women. So
that's it.
Yeah.
That's actually one of the shows for I1 Digital. Listen to Black women. Yep. And listen to Black men. Just listen to Black people. Okay.
For that. For that. Well, Number, and oh, by the way, for those of you who are watching who are not part of the Greek world, you hear me calling Victoria Number and she's calling me Number. We are both part of MPAC organizations, and in our intake process, we were lined up as the fourth person in the in the intake class, and so not trying to get sued out in this piece. and so I'm a number 4, she's a number 4, and that's my number.
Yes. Best number on the line. If you didn't have it, I'm so sorry.
So sorry. I was like, I started down this road. I was like, I put my own self in jeopardy. Anyway,
I
so
got you back, number. I got you.
so the thing that I find dope about you is that you are one of the most talented people that I know, and
Oh,
one of the most creative people that I know. I don't know that there's ever been a creative project that I have thrown up against your brain and you not come back with a really insightful way of thinking about it. And I utilize that all the time to the point where I'm like, I can't call you no more. It's just abuse, right? But
never
the
that.
the dopest creative thing that I have ever that I find the most dope about you is this project right here,
Smush.
right? So those of you who do not have this book, this complete layout, every page in this book was done by you. And and when I tell you, I we, we when I gave you the idea, the concept of it, I immediately expected you to be like, this is craziness. We can't do this, right? And your response was like, okay. And the text the draft that you gave back to me, I was like, no notes, right?
I remember.
It was like this this is it. This is we good here. We're gonna move a couple of things around but you nailed it. And that is the dopest thing that I have ever seen from a person. You are adept at taking ideation to realization. And that is a skill that not a lot of people have. And it's the one thing I'm jealous about. Like, I was like, oh, this, like, I want to be able to like take that idea and just like go through the entire steps in order to create it. But like you have that skill. It's like all somebody has to do is just bounce something off, and you're like, oh no, here's how you do it. Here's some people you need to talk to. Here's a system that you plug it into, and blah 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 blah. So I think that that's the dopest thing about you.
Thank you so much. And I want to say, when you came to me with that project, the absolute best thing you could have done was to give me complete creative license. I at that point, I don't believe that I've ever had a project where the person was like, whatever you think. And it just allowed me to just run down that field and let my imagination go wild. So I really appreciate the opportunity to do that. Um, I look forward to doing more projects of that nature. I actually just started another project with somebody who, because they found out that I did Smush, want me
Yes.
to do their project as well. So it's very exciting. And when you get to a particular station in life, right? I mean, I'm still creative, but there's more like creative administration than there is ideation.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love these kind of projects that keep it fresh for me. There's nothing like creating something from scratch. I think that's the closest that we are ever to God. And
Yeah.
so I appreciate that opportunity to do that.
Do you know? I wonder if you know what is my favorite part of your input in this book. Do you know? I don't think that we've ever
I don't
talked
know if
about
we ever talked about it, but I almost feel like I know it's going to be the AI generated images. Yep,
I
yep,
love these things.
yes. And that was well before all the Soras of the world and the Mid Journeys. Well, no, Mid Journey is what I used actually,
Yeah,
but before it was standalone. Now I'm getting too technical. I'm sorry.
so good. There's somebody going like, "Oh no, no, tell me more."
Yeah, no. So this was before when you had to operate Midjourney through Discord. And there goes your goddaughter.
Hi, Tini.
And it was really exciting because the entire crafting of the prompt to get the kind of response that you needed, it was really helping me fine tune that. I
Right.
don't know how many images I ultimately generated creating the ones that went into your book, but I want to say it was probably hundreds of
Woo.
pounds. Yeah, it was a lot,
Wow.
but I wanted
Well,
it to be just right.
God's work. God's work.
Amen. And AI. Yeah,
And yeah,
we're gonna
amen.
give
And
our AI credit from now so that they can remember that we did that.
exactly. When you start taking over the world, AI, remember we were your friend.
Remember we said thank you.
Well, Victoria, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to hear what dope thing you were doing, and then we'll get into some other stuff. All right. So we'll be back
Yes.
in a few minutes. I see dope people. And we are back with this week's episode of Dope People. I am your host again, Hayden Green, haven't gone anywhere. And we are chatting it up with Victoria Fleary, who is this week's dope person. Victoria, how we doing? We good?
I think we're doing great. This is awesome.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Victoria, I want to know what dope thing you are, what makes you dope, right? Like
Mm.
something maybe that you've done in the past one time, or a program that you're working with, or something that you have plans for in the future. What makes you dope, Victoria?
There's so much. I don't know if you have time.
You know, the world is your
I
oyster, girl.
I do a lot of things, and I think one of the biggest things that I've done that I'm proudest of is the maintenance of my blog. I've been writing a blog since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I've poorly maintained it this year for a lot of reasons, I am looking to kind of jump back into it. I use it as a source of inspiration, as a source of um, confirmation. You know what I mean? Like being able
Yeah.
to look back over 25 years of your life and see how different you were at every pace. It gives you the opportunity to like check in on the things that you thought would destroy you back then, which you now look at and you're like, whatever,
Whatever,
that was
right?
nothing, you know.
Before you go forward, tell the people what the name of the blog is.
It's called Thoughts Daughter, like thoughts that come out of your head and the daughter. Thoughtsdaughter.com. And I house everything there. Thoughts about my days, poetry that I've written, um, uh, just like think pieces around stuff that's going on in the world. I remember while I was actively writing it regularly, I wrote a think piece about Kanye blurting out that George Bush doesn't like black people. So that's up there somewhere. And there was um,
That's how far back it goes.
yeah, it goes really far back, and I'm looking to jumpstart it again and like really tap into it. And I'm using the content that's in it as fodder for my TikTok account, which is victoria.denise. And I, um, I'm really invested in that kind of creativity coming from me again, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and telling the story once again, going back to telling the story about this black girl's life here in America.
And so like you just said, I have a deep love for storytellers and a deep love for people who are unabashed about the way that they represent their truths and what is happening with them. And I've always been impressed that you're able to maintain a blog or maintain any kind of journal. As you probably know, flip flop from different things. Like one minute I'm doing, exposés on Facebook, and next minute I've got a thing on Instagram, and I go back and forth with how I want to represent and how I want to present. But you've been steady and strong in this is at the very least the foundational way that people can find out what is going on in your head, and that's very, very impressive because it's not easy to maintain. Life
Mhm.
comes at you, and you got to pay the bills, and You got to be a parent, and you got to be a friend, and a soror, and all the rest of these things. Um, and so it's very impressive that the blog has lasted for as long as it did. I know plenty of blogs that started and are off to the wayside now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it takes a lot of dedication to, after you've experienced anything, sit down and now sort through it and write about it in an intelligent way.
Yeah.
Um, you know, it is a lot to ask, but I think the fruits of it are so beneficial. You know what I mean? Like, just to know that I can go back and look at stories that my mother told me, you know what I mean, that I've documented, and now that she's no longer around, I can revisit those, um, lore about places that I've been. Like, there's a post in there about when I went to the Limelight when I was in high school, like, things of that nature. Oh, we're not allowed to talk about the Limelight
Not when you were in high school.
in high school. I mean, my parents ain't around to beat me now. I can tell the
Oh,
story freely, but yeah,
geez.
little nuggets like that. Oh, excuse me.
And for those of you who are wondering, there's an explanatory comma going on right now as to what the limelight is. But go ahead. We end the show every show with a dope moment or a dope person in history. And I try to stump my guests, but this one I don't think that I'm going to stump you. I don't think that I am. But I want to draw attention to the first woman to run a publicly traded media corporation. The first woman to run a publicly traded media corporation. I feel like you know who this person is.
I think I do. I think I kind of familiar with her.
Yeah.
She just, if I'm correct, she just so happens to also be a member of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Happens to have a school of communications at Howard University named after her, and just runs the largest Black-owned media company in the world. Is that who you're talking about?
It might be. What's this person's name?
It sounds like the one and only Kathy Hughes.
Kathy Hughes is correct. Who created Urban One, and all the accolades that Victoria just laid out for you. Uh, Kathy Hughes is amazing, and if you don't know who she is, take a deep dive into it. A lot of the really good content around the Black experience comes out of Urban One, and a lot of great Black journalists come from the school that is named after her at Howard University. So yes, Kathy Hughes is our dope person in history. So
You
Victoria, this has been amazing. I want to thank you so much for jumping on. If people are looking for you, where can they find you?
You can find me at thoughtstarter.com. You can find me on my TikTok, Victoria.Denise. Yeah, and out here, outside.
We outside. It's now moving to fall, which is more your speed for weather wise.
Very much so. Very much so. You know me so well.
Well, for the rest of you who are watching, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, do all the things. And if you know somebody that needs to be on this show, if you know a dope person, hit me up and we will get them on. Victoria, thank you so much. I hope you had fun.
I did. I did. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be here.
And everybody else, tune in next week where we will have another dope person. But until then, go forth and be dope.